I told you to get it out.
I did. Trying to exorcise the demons.
This house is clean.
Amanda's gonna sound like freaking Batman. I'm gonna sound like Batman. What does Ash sound like today?
Like Ashley.
Oh, good. So she's gonna lead this thing, I think.
Where are the drugs going?
What?
Oh, that hurt me. Okay, guys, welcome to an extra special episode. Since this episode's weird anyway, I'm going to introduce it. Woo! This feels weird.
I love it.
I don't know how I feel about this. I'm uncomfortable.
Grateful for you. Go.
Here's the deal. We're all fucking sick. We're going to roll with it. We're doing an episode. There's your fucking intro. Welcome to Real Awkward Podcast. The best damn podcast, maybe not this one, that you heard
today.
I'm Amanda.
I'm Andy.
And I'm not sick.
Yes.
Oh, you're not?
No.
I'm not.
In the head, you are.
I feel like it's always you guys who are sick, and then I'm like, la, 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 la.
Yeah, so please apologize while we clear our throats and cough.
Please
this garbage
apologize.
out.
Please apologize to us while we clear our throats.
No, seriously. Everybody at my store is sick. A lot of people that I know are sick. They all have this same weird crud in the back of your throat that makes you feel gross, and your cough dropping all day because it just tickles you just enough, and I hate it.
Cough dropping sounds cool.
Cough dropping.
Sounds
cough
like
dropping.
microdosing or something.
I wish I was doing that instead of cough dropping. The cough drops I bought yesterday, I had to show my driver's license for them. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm just buying cough drops. Well, come to find out, I was not paying attention. I bought Mucinex cough drops that have an oral, like a numbing agent in them.
Oh.
And they're supposed to make your throat numb. They don't. So they don't actually help like the sore. They help a little bit the sore throat, but they make my tongue numb. So I'm just like.
It's like that chloroseptic spray.
Yes.
Where like you can't get it to the back of your throat, and so you just end up spraying your tongue.
A lot. And then your tongue is burning.
Then your tongue is numb and your throat hurts a lot.
Yeah, that's literally all that happens.
They checked my ID on Dayquil too, so I imagine kids are like trying to take that down and, hey, you want to go up to the mountain and drink some Dayquil with me? Stupid.
Kids.
Ladies.
Yeah.
Why have we joined together today in holy podcastimony?
Because it's the day we normally do it.
Tell me, Andy.
Alrighty then. How did I get through that?
I was about to be like, if you don't finish it with alrighty,
I'm just like, what, babe?
Are you thankful, grateful, or blessed?
Oh,
hashtag all.
Hashtag
my life king. I don't know what that dude. Fucking hashtag Riz. Hashtag bussin'.
Oh fuck.
Hashtag you doing too much, brah.
Amanda, can you see Andy's hat?
You know what it says, Amanda?
Nope.
Buc-ee's, bitch.
Oh, I'm so jealous.
It's such a good hat too. It's a really comfy hat.
I'm so jealous. All I want to do is go to Buc-ee's and eat. Like, that's dude, all I want to do.
You should have seen
You don't want to know how
Ashley's
much
face.
money we spent at Buc-ee's.
Ash, every single...
You know me, of all people, would be the last person to judge you.
Amanda, every single bite that Ash took of any food we got there, she was like having an
I couldn't keep my eyes open.
She was like, oh.
Dude.
Oh, the chopped brisket.
When I was in South Carolina,
Yeah.
I literally looked up where the closest Buc-ee's was because that was one of the places I wanted to go. And then even when we were in Georgia, I was like, "Is there one close?" And Florida was the closest.
Yeah.
But I was just like, "Son of a bitch!" Like,
yeah, I hope we get
go.
one closer, but I don't know.
Yeah, there's one in South Carolina, like on the way to Myrtle Beach, I think.
And then there's one on the way to Knoxville as well.
Oh yeah, there's one near Knoxville, and then there's a couple down in.
It's about 3.5 hour
Panhandle.
Did you know? Okay, you remember Tiger King?
Yeah.
because because I was Joe Exotic for Halloween, I rewatched it all, right? And so Doc Antle, you remember that weird guy?
Yeah.
His Tiger Park is in frickin' Myrtle Beach.
Oh. Well, next time you come, we'll go look at it.
Yeah.
Well,
Got a
he's
weird
in
costume,
prison.
though.
He's in prison.
Wait, is this park still open though?
I'm imagining.
Then
it
we
is.
gotta
but
go.
yeah, dude, that Joe Exotic costume was like one of the best costumes I've ever done.
I laughed out loud when I
It
saw
was
the picture.
so good.
It was.
I had
it was
clients.
Really
I had a couple clients that walked in and then just stood in the door and they saw me. I had
That's
one lady
awesome.
who was like, "I'm leaving."
funny. She's like, absolutely not.
She was like, "Hell no."
It's funny because before Amanda put the costume together, she sent me a picture of the hat and she goes, "Guess what I am?"
Did you already know?
Oh yeah, I was like,
I love
Tiger
it.
King.
I love it.
Heck yes.
What was your question that we skimmed over and laughed about?
Are you thankful,
you-
grateful, or blessed?
Yeah.
Well,
Hashtag blessed.
Hashtag all of them. Hashtag throne for a king. I don't. So
I don't know what that
I will. Dude, it's so dumb right now. It's just kind of like the stupidest stuff. Just like hashtag queen status.
God.
I will say I am thankful for all the normal shit. People are thankful. My family, my friends, my house. But I don't have any special things that I'm like, thank God for that. And I probably should. But maybe I need an outsider's perspective to be like, bro, you got all this cool stuff. Why are you not thankful for that? So I can't think about it. But then also materialistic stuff to be like, I'm thankful for my games. I'm thankful for my arcade machines. That seems stupid. Because those are cool to have, but I'm not exactly thankful.
You're blessed.
But you're grateful for them.
I am grateful for them.
And could you be thankful to yourself and your wife as the two of you
I'm
as
thankful
a
to
team?
myself
As
for
a
providing
team?
for myself.
Treat
I don't think
yourself.
For myself.
I don't think there's anything wrong with being thankful for yourself. I was genuinely gonna say that I'm thankful for me.
Whoa. No.
Wow.
I'm not judging.
Hashtag self-esteem.
I think
sometimes you gotta pump yourself up, man. If nobody else is gonna pump you up, you gotta pump yourself up.
I'm going to pump you up.
I actually heard
I
about
mean-
this. So
I mean, I'm the kind of person where I'm my own biggest critic, right? We all are.
yeah.
But sometimes I'm I don't know, every so often in my life I get to places where I'm like, you know what? This is just who I am now. And I've always been someone where I try to find the positive in every situation. I genuinely try to not
Yeah,
be
you do.
a wallower. And so I try to find the positive in every situation, but I'm on a mental health journey right now, and I'm trying to pump myself up, right? And I do it at work a lot, where if I killed it on a color or something, even if it's not in front of anyone, I go in the back and I'll be like, killed it. Kind of you're saying, yes, mental self high five.
Right.
And
You're
Yes.
high-fiving the mirror.
yes, just yes, you killed it, girl. And I think that it's okay to say I'm thankful that I worked hard, or I'm thankful that I made whatever choices I made to be here to have the things that I have.
Yeah, I don't I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I get
What were you going to say?
I don't know. It's coming again. Sorry. I was going to say that I think there has to be a little bit level of selfishness to say that, but that sounds bad, but it's not meant to. Does that make sense? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's why so
Yeah.
many people have a hard time putting themselves first because
Well,
it feels selfish.
So the reason I brought it up is because I was watching a TikTok and a guy said the reason why men have midlife crisis is because they don't know how to be selfish for a little bit. Basically, they were selfish when they were 15. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
But actually saying me is not something that happens until you're a little bit older and you're like, wait a minute, I need to have a little bit of me time.
It's funny that you say men have this problem.
That was what he said in the TikTok. He said men had the problem more because women were better at being I need to take care of me a little bit more. I don't know if that's true, but
I,
Amanda
for one,
and I are
submit that is not true.
Well,
At all.
that women don't take care of themselves more.
No,
Absolutely not.
It's we don't. Okay, I can only speak for myself,
Yeah.
but it's not that I put myself bottom of the barrel. I mean, literally everything else comes first, and I don't take time for myself because I feel guilty putting myself above anything else, even like taking out the fucking garbage. And that's my own shit I got to deal with. That being said, I think that women have accepted that they don't get to put themselves first.
Yeah,
And
that's
so-
what I was gonna say.
Well, what's
Yes.
strange is that he was basically just saying that like women have better balanced it than men have because women don't
It's
have
a man talking.
men,
Yes.
men don't have women don't have midlife crisis as often, right? As men.
Dude,
Men are
because
the ones
we
that
don't
really lose their shit a lot more.
But I think like
we
Amanda
don't have
said,
the option.
we don't have a point where we're like, you know what, I'm gonna take care of myself now and focus on myself. Like we don't have that point. Like what you're saying is like men reach a point in their lives where they're like, you know what, I need to focus on me for a little bit.
So what you boys are both saying is that men are privileged enough to have a midlife crisis.
Bingo,
Sure.
bango.
I'm also saying that TikTok was bullshit.
Somebody is talking out of their ass,
It had a lot of likes. I'm just saying.
Yeah, from half the population.
and they're all men. And they're all men.
It's just
Yeah.
women. It was just women.
I think it's hard because like, okay, take for instance, it's topically appropriate, the holiday season, right? Okay, I know I'm trying to shoehorn a thing here, but it actually works.
The holiday season.
Okay, think about it. I know that you like to do gifts, Andy, but think about when you were growing up. Think about like life for most people. Who handles the fucking gifts for the holidays?
He's
Who does
pointing
the
at me.
Yeah, I was about to say, our audience can't tell that Andy is pointing at Ashley. Who does all the mental work to handle all of it? Bullshit. Andy was
All
pointing at
you
himself.
do is mental work.
So
I think about it a lot.
yeah,
I think
Yeah,
about it a
for
lot.
the 2 days before Christmas, he
Yes.
really thinks about
yes.
it.
Who wraps most of the gifts?
Most of the gifts?
You mean
Mom.
all of the gifts?
Right, Mom.
To be fair,
Well-
I tried, and then she just is very judgmental. So,
For me,
yeah.
it's I mean, I don't know about you guys, but who does a majority of the decorating? Who does a majority of the decorating for any holiday? Mom?
I decorate a lot. I do. I decorate a lot for Halloween. I decorate a lot for
That's it.
Easter's.
Just no.
I know I'm in charge of Easter's.
You
yo.
don't decorate, hun. You put together a gift basket.
Same thing. Same thing as
If,
decorating.
if you're okay, I'm not trying to cause issues right now. Okay, just so you know that.
no,
But,
no, I figured this episode would.
If you
Don't ever say
no,
thankful in front of me.
I mean, it's the same for my marriage. It's the same for my parents. It's
Yeah.
the same for most people's parents, right? It's just reality. If you are having people over, who handles the majority of the cleaning the house? Who handles the majority of cooking all the meals? Who handles the grocery shopping list? Who handles putting the list together and then going to the store to make sure you get everything? Like,
What?
yeah,
I'm just doing a lot of pointing at this
Who
point.
chances are.
Who just made a list on their phone for all the Thanksgiving components and then went to the store twice and got all the Thanksgiving components?
She's pointing at herself twice, by
Yeah.
the way.
Dude.
Just want to let you know.
Yes,
Fingers pointing at me.
and if Ashley hadn't,
And who's
have
going to
done
make all
that.
of those Thanksgiving
No.
That's right.
To be fair, yes, I would say Ash, like more often than not. But I would say that over the years, I have been good at getting stuff for holidays, and because we get into arguments, that I get too much stuff.
well, I'm not going to sit here and
Yeah.
say that you fall in line with most people because I don't know,
I'm a special
But
breed. I'm built
I-
different, bro.
but I think it's one of those things where for women, we carry the mental load that like, even I know myself, like when, speaking about Lincoln's dad versus me but like once Lincoln is 18 and like goes off to college, like I feel like, or once your child finishes high school and goes off to college, I feel like most parents are like, okay, like I feel like most dads are like, all right, done.
Did my
I can
job.
move on. Whereas mom is still thinking about everything the kid needs, making sure they're okay. Blah,
So
blah,
you're
blah.
telling me that dads don't micromanage. Is that what you're saying?
I think dads have the option of clocking out and moms don't.
I mean, that's an option though. You could clock out.
I could.
When they're 18,
But then-
you could
but
clock
then-
out.
I could, but then that's me closing the shift at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
Knowing I still have to open the next morning. Okay. But I mean, you know, especially like even now, even us, like we are. So Lincoln will be with his dad for Thanksgiving this year. So it'll just be me and Chris, which is fine. Like that's just what it is. And we're like, so it's like you think, ooh, holidays, just me and him. We're not gonna do fucking anything. Like a day off. No, we have to drive 2 hours, and I have to bring fucking rolls. Like it's still more shit I have to handle. So even though we have minuscule stuff to do, I still have to think, okay, there's going to be a buttload of people here. So I need to make sure that I go to Costco and have a ton of gas in my car. So, you know, I mean, it's hard.
I will say that when it comes to the family stuff, there was a point where I was very stressed about that side of things. Like that was hard to split time or go places. Like the 2 hour drive thing where you're just gonna like, it almost feels like a chore, and it kind of sucks that's what happens during that, because we're supposed to be thankful. But I don't know, to me sometimes it's like, here we go.
Well,
But
and it's hard
get
to
beyond.
it's hard to enjoy your time when you have to drive, when you essentially are taking a road trip
Yeah.
to go to somebody's house, and then even if you really don't have anywhere to be, you're still like watching the clock because you're like, okay, no matter what time I leave, I have to add 2 hours.
Right. Sure.
And
I could see
it's
that.
hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to be in the moment, and it's hard to enjoy it because the whole time I'm thinking like, oh fuck, we're not even gonna get home until 7:30, like 8 o'clock, and it's hard. And like the last couple years, even though I had a toddler, we were the ones who had to travel on Christmas. We're the ones who have to travel to everybody's houses. And this year, I'm not doing that. We're
Yeah.
hosting Christmas this year.
I always found that to be really interesting, that when like a whole family's getting together, they don't talk, and they're like, you know what? Maybe it's better for us to go to the people's house that have the baby instead of them having to come all the way to us. I always thought that was
because
really
some
interesting.
people don't give a fuck.
No, right,
Yeah.
right. It like doesn't
'Cause
even
it's-
cross their mind. Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah.
well, we always do it at so and so's house, and it's
Sure.
like, well,
Yep.
so and so can go eat a dick because
Well, but you should be grateful that all you have to bring is the rolls.
I mean, I am.
I feel like there's always that one person who's invited to Thanksgiving who's assigned to the rolls.
Okay, that was where I was like, at first, Chris was like, "Hey, we're supposed to bring rolls," and I was like, "Wow, I'm offended because the rolls is
like,
the
oh,
job."
you're incompetent. You
Yep.
get the rolls.
Yep, and I'm like, "Oh, you think I'm fucking up, like giving me the rolls?"
You know what you
because,
should do, Amanda, is like bring the worst rolls
Bring-
you could find, like it, like
Oh, no.
hard,
No,
gross.
what I'm gonna do is I'm bringing the good rolls. So I'm gonna go buy the fucking Cheesecake Factory brown bread, and I'm gonna go get like either Hawaii. I'm gonna bring like a roll charcuterie board, so I can be like, yeah, you fucked up giving me rolls.
At least you're not showing up with like the turkey.
Yeah, I was
'Cause,
gonna
you know,
say at
some
least
people get invited places and they're assigned specific things, and then they show up with half the meal.
That's the worst thing. Hey, you're assigned the turkey, but it's a 2 hour drive. Like what?
No, I'm not saying she was assigned the
Oh.
turkey, but there are people who are like, you bring the rolls, and they show up with rolls and a turkey.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah,
They show up
That's
with
weird.
85 things that weren't asked for.
that nobody asked them for.
Yeah. Hey, here's a whole
Nobody's specific. I'm talking about it all.
here's a whole box of everything to make your entire Thanksgiving dinner, and you're like, but we've already prepared it.
And then I'm
Or,
like,
yeah.
so I'm the one who's incompetent.
or people who are assigned to like appetizers who don't show up until
Oh
like
my God.
after
They're, like, the
everyone's
last
eating
people
dinner.
there.
Yeah.
Hey, we need
Like-
somebody to bring the cheese. Yeah, and then they don't show up at all. Nothing's
Yeah.
there.
No, so
Or they
one of my
show up
cousins-
and then they start making their food.
Oh my God. That is one of my biggest pet peeves. If you are supposed to bring an item and it needs to be heated or anything in any way, all I need is is there going to be a place or space for me to put my thing in the oven?
But
Yeah,
also,
heat it fine.
show up early.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
don't show up 3 minutes before
Heating
and
your
20
dish
people
up
are there.
is fine, but showing up and assembling your dish,
And then cooking
not okay.
it?
Not okay.
Yeah. The only time I've ever cooked one of my dishes at someone's house is we talked about it ahead of time and I went there early to cook it. Like, it's like, I don't understand. Like, the thing that would always drive me crazy was like, okay, everybody has that friend who cannot be trusted to bring anything.
Fair.
Like,
Fair.
or because either they bail at the last minute, or they show up 2 hours late, or they fucked it up anyway. Like, we all know that person. And if you can't identify who that person is in your circle,
You're the
that
person.
So the thing for me is like, you don't want to give that person the thing that's like obvious that you're like, just bring some paper towels.
just
I
bring
guess?
just bring a bag of chips. We'll be good.
Yeah, why don't you just bring a case of water. Like everybody has
But then
that
you
person.
just have like a backup, right? So like
Yes.
you tuck it away, and if they don't show up, at least you still have it.
Yes, and how unfortunate in our lives that we have to do that. And we
Yeah.
have to be that person who covers for somebody else.
What
or
is
it's
the-
like,
Oh, sorry, Mandy. No, go ahead.
No, go
finish
ahead,
your
go ahead.
thought. I was just gonna say, like, what is your go-to for entertaining people while you're trying to get everything ready? Like, what have you done in the past where you're stressed, they're all there, and you're like, I still have some shit to get done. Like,
I
what-
mean, obviously,
what's the tactic there?
obviously I do my best to not be in the kitchen the entire time
Yeah,
when I have people over, because I have a tiny little closed kit. Like, I do not have an open concept.
right.
So if I have too many people in my kitchen, I want to stab them with whatever available knife I can grab, because I hate the feeling of people peering over my shoulder.
Yeah,
Or
that's
like
my
the
biggest pet peeve.
what can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Now, I know I'm an offerer of, hey, can I do anything?
Right.
But I usually will offer like once, and then if I get a genuine like, no, I got it, I'll like,
You leave it be. Yeah, you don't be the person that like
And
knocks on that
yes.
same door over
and
and over again.
I'm the kind of person where like, I'm available, but I will back off.
Yeah.
Whereas I cannot handle the people. What are you doing? Do you need anything? You need anything? You need anything? I said no already.
It's always bothered me when I'm prepping a huge meal for a bunch of people, and I don't mind if they come early, but go sit on a goddamn chair or the couch. Don't stand in my way where I'm trying to cook the meal. That has always bothered me. I
Yeah,
can't
Honestly,
handle it.
this whole scenario ties back to the beginning when we were talking about like women carrying the mental load. Like when I'm in the middle of making Thanksgiving dinner and I'm literally juggling like 3 different foods all at once, the last thing that my brain can handle is delegating a task to someone else.
Sure.
Like I am trying
Yeah.
to go through my mental list of like what I need to do next. I can't stop and pick through it to be like, oh, you can do
Yeah, right. Sure. As your
Right.
gravy's
this
burning
thing.
or
Like
whatever.
Right.
no, like I'm trying to focus
Yeah.
on what I'm doing.
Yeah, I hate that. Like, and then no matter what you do, like as a human being, that answer never comes out nice, because
never.
it's like,
because your brain can't handle it.
yeah, it's like literally my mental load is full, and you're asking me to come up with a task for you.
Yeah.
Go fucking sit down. Like I don't
Yeah.
know.
I will tell you, I was so flustered when my parents came over one Thanksgiving that I dropped the fucking turkey on the ground. Like,
No,
what?
that was Christmas and it was prime
Oh,
rib.
sorry. It was Christmas. It was prime rib. Same, different holiday, meaty substance. But I'm
Man,
just saying,
that's when you turn the burner on and you just give a little tiny sear on the outside.
I
and you're
was
like,
just,
"Eh,
I
it's
was
good."
just, I'm just so, you're trying to get everything going.
Yeah.
Everyone's always asking you questions. You're just like, listen, whatever happened to people going in the living room and having a conversation until the food was ready, and then someone yells from the kitchen, "Hey guys, dinner's ready," or "Food's ready." It's
know what I
so
think it is?
weird that the kitchen is the lifeblood of a lot of people's house.
I think it's because
But-
our families, like immediate families,
Yeah.
aren't drinkers like that.
Sure.
Because
Yeah.
I think that if my parents were drinkers, they'd each go crack a beer, make themselves a drink, and go sit down.
Yeah.
Whereas my family, they don't do that. And at least now I have Lincoln a lot of the time to like take some of the heat off of me because he's entertaining them in the living room. But then I have Lincoln coming in and needing something. And it's just like, okay, that backfired. And luckily enough, like if Chris will come ask me like, can I do anything? Do you need anything? And I will tell him like, can you go and just put something on the TV or go entertain? And then, you know, usually what ends up coming out of my mouth is, oh, what can I do? What can I do? You can go sit on the fucking couch. You can get the fuck out of here.
Well, what's funny is like I don't have the same feeling with the spouse. Like if I'm cooking and Ash is in there, like, and we've planned this meal, like we've done this thing. She already knows like a week ago what we were gonna cook, what we're trying
Yeah.
to get done,
Yeah.
whatever. It's more the people that are just like, hey,
Milling around.
haven't seen you for 2 months. Like, can I help with anything? You don't even know where my plates are. Get out of here. Like you're
Right?
gonna, you know, they're just shuffling around through shit, just in your way, tripping, whatever. So
No, yeah, my spouse,
Yeah.
yeah, Chris knows what we're doing. So it's like as long as he isn't directly in my way, fine. But it's like I feel like whenever I'm busy trying to multitask to the nth degree to make sure everything's all at the same time, it's like if you are anywhere in like the L that I need to be occupying right now, get the fuck out of here. Like it's like I can't handle it.
Ash knows this because that's how I am during breakfast. If she's trying to go in there to help, I'm just like, I need you to leave. I need you to leave immediately and let me finish this. And she always is like, I was just trying to help. And I'm like, it's not helping my brain.
Yeah.
I can't handle it.
Well, and yeah, and it's like it's hard. In breakfast is very difficult to make and have it be all hot at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah. What is it about breakfast foods where everything is cold quickly?
I know, right? Eggs like cool
you can't
down in like
stagger
3
'em.
seconds.
You can't stagger anything. You have to have it all done at the same time.
And if you're like, I
Yeah.
got it in a warmer, then it's just dry because you lose
And
all the
even-
moisture.
Even if I'm just making breakfast for myself,
Yeah.
there ends up being something cold.
Well, that's what's
Like-
funny is like you go to a restaurant, that shit's been done for 20 minutes. It's just been under a heat lamp,
yeah.
Yep.
right? Like we ain't got no
Well,
heat lamps.
And that's the thing is like, you know, a holiday meal, especially, right? You're doing multiple sides, you're doing some big meat, you're doing all this stuff that is like, it's a lot of shit to be happening all at one time. And, you know, it's like some people don't have the space. So there's
Right,
already that.
right.
You feel like you're being closed in on. It's a lot, man. Like, so then, you know, it's like I don't want to be the one who's blamed with ruining Christmas or Thanksgiving every year, but I'm fucking over it. And
I think the people that are hosting are always over it. They're just like, okay. Because once everyone
Oh.
leaves your house, you're like, thank God. I'm done.
no,
I'm
once
good."
everybody leaves my house, I'm stressed out because now I got to pick it all up.
You gotta clean it
the
all.
Yeah.
Like-
Well, and then there's that
Honestly-
too when people try to help clean up.
Oh,
And I'm like, just leave it. Just leave it.
Yeah.
Like, don't try. You're just going to put things in places I don't want, and then I'm going to have to pick them up, clean them up again.
just like stack it in front of the places you have to get. Yeah, exactly.
No, I hate it.
So I'm a very organized
Cleaner, disher.
like dirty dish collector. Like, I like to stack my plates. I like to take all my silverware off. I like to stack my bowls. Like, I'm very like specific about how I want my dirty dishes to be stacked so that
Yeah.
they're like the most condensed and it's less stressful for me.
OCD.
But then people will come up and literally just put like a stack of dirty things right in front of you, and I'm just like, leave it alone.
Like when you've got
Let
a
me do
whole
it.
plate of mashed potatoes and gravy that the kid didn't eat, and then someone comes and takes their bowl of salad and puts it on top of the
yes.
plate.
Ugh.
And you're like, why would you do such a thing?
like
Yeah.
that's I never said like, okay, I get that not a lot of people want to put food in their garbage or whatever.
Sure.
But especially when you're having multiple people over, scrape that shit into the garbage can and then stack your plate.
Sure.
Like,
sure.
look, like, literally follow the leader. How has everybody else stacked their shit? Follow along. Like, when we were kids, we would go over to my aunt's house and we would do Thanksgiving or Christmas, and it would always piss us off because the grown-ups would just sit and talk, and then the kids were expected to pick up the table and clean everything.
Oh, interesting.
And the boys would all go fuck off and go lay on the couch and take a nap, while the girls had to clean everything.
How selfish that is of the girls.
It was so frustrating because we were teenagers, like, and we were like in someone else's house, washing someone else's dishes. We didn't know whose belonged to who, and there's a now where you were washing stuff, and then you're finding out that there's stuff that you can't put in the dishwasher.
Right. Sure.
And I remember being like, I fucking hate this. So I hate having to clean shit at somebody else's house.
Yeah, that's
like,
awkward to me.
I have no problem like washing out a cup or like, like little stuff.
Yeah.
But if I'm washing like platters, I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting water on the floor. Like I got water on your countertop. Like, oh my
all
God.
over yourself. Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it.
So I
Yeah,
have a rule. I have a rule for Thanksgiving, and I'll tell you what my rule is, and then you can tell me how you feel about it. If I have people over for Thanksgiving dinner, I will not decorate for Christmas until after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
But if nobody is coming over or we're going somewhere else, fair game.
Oh, dude, it's so divisive. Our 8 people are going to be like, boo. I will say, and I was listening to the radio. Yeah, I'm that old. I listen to the radio still. I was listening to the radio, and one of the jockeys were just kind of like, can you tell me why when I go into a store, it's all Christmas when Thanksgiving hasn't even happened yet? And he goes, Thanksgiving's marketing plan is bullshit. Like, they do
Yes.
not support family and gathering and like enjoying each other's company. It's all like merch, right? Because their job is just to sell stuff. But somewhere in this whole grand scheme of things, Thanksgiving is literally forgotten, and it's Halloween to Christmas.
Well,
So-
first, I have 2 points.
Yeah.
First of all, Thanksgiving is a day, not a season.
No, it's a season.
Valid.
That's the difference.
November is the season of Thanksgiving.
Nope. It's
No.
the Christmas dry run.
No, it's not. You shut up. You shut
Okay,
your
and my
mouth.
second point is
Yeah.
in Canada,
Boxing Day.
no,
Oh,
they have Thanksgiving at the beginning of October,
yeah, you're right.
and they don't do Halloween.
They don't celebrate Halloween.
I don't believe
They
so.
do. One of my clients is from Canada, and so of course I'm like, do you have this in Canada? And she told me that I don't remember where she lived, but the area she lived at, they did Halloween, but it was nothing like we do it.
Yeah.
What do they do? What's the difference?
It was like All Hallows Eve kind of thing, like a winter solstice almost sort of thing.
like a harvest festival.
yeah, like
Get the fuck out.
they don't do the decorations and the
No,
candy
dude,
and
ghouls,
stuff.
ghosts, and
So-
demons are bust.
So they decorate for Christmas after Thanksgiving.
Okay, because it's October.
Yeah, but it's like the beginning of
Yeah.
October. It's like October, like
That's wild to me. That's
like
too much.
9th-ish.
That's too much Christmas.
they get like 2 full months, almost
They're
three,
almost 3 full
almost 3 months
months.
of Christmas. Yeah,
That's too much
They go all
Christmas.
out, but they also have like winters and stuff where they have snow in
Where you can't leave
in
the house
October.
anyway.
So
Valid.
like
So you have to decorate in October because by the time it gets to November, it's like 6 feet of snow.
you can't because it's like negative. I don't even know Celsius.
Valid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's hard because I know for myself, I don't have like a specific date that I'm like, okay, now I'm allowed to decorate for Christmas. I think it just depends on the year.
Yeah.
Most years, usually I'm like, okay, December 1st, Christmas, and then I'll decorate. But like this year, I think it's been different because now I have a kid, right, who's really into Christmas.
Yeah.
So Lincoln was asking me if we could decorate for Christmas before Halloween.
Whoa.
And
Teach
So-
that boy right.
Yeah, but then I was like, no, dude, we have to have Halloween first. And then he was just like, oh yeah. But I think we'll probably have the tree up in the next week or so. But yeah, it's not a huge ordeal for me. But I think my issues lie when, because I'm very much kind of person like, it's your life. Do whatever the fuck you want. It doesn't
Yeah,
hurt anyone
sure.
else.
Yeah.
It does not hurt me if somebody puts their tree up, October 1st.
Right.
Live your life. But I don't okay, I was in Kohl's and I had to do an Amazon return or something like that. And it was October and you walk in and it was a bunch of Halloween stuff right in the front. I literally was there a week later still, a few days before a week before Halloween. All that shit gone. Now you walk in and it's just Christmas time. And they have these huge displays made. There's Christmas music bumping the stereo. And there's jingle bells on everything. And I was like, I'm not ready for this.
Yeah.
You can do whatever
It
you want in
comes
your
so
own
fast.
home. But the October 25th, I do not want to hear Mariah
Well,
Carey.
the point is, if they didn't make money that
Oh,
early,
absolutely.
they wouldn't do it.
I know.
But they
You're
do.
Right. You're right.
So they do it.
Absolutely.
I'll be honest, I think that earlier
I'm sorry. My mom just sent me a text message. They just put their tree up.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, Ash, you should tell Amanda your workaround for it.
I will.
Okay.
The earlier I put up Christmas stuff really depends on my mood.
Yes.
Meaning if I need a little bit of joy and happiness in my life, I'm putting a tree up early. I don't care.
100%. I love Christmas lights. I
Yeah.
love a Christmas tree. And so putting it up always makes me feel happy. And it gives you current happy feeling, but it also gives you the remember happy feelings.
Yeah.
And it's just fun. And looking at all the ornaments that you get to take out and put on the tree, you remember it. And I have Lincoln pick out at least one ornament every year, and so that's always fun for him to put his ornaments on the tree. And it's fun. And so I totally get why there are people who are you know what? I want to feel happy. I'm
Yeah.
putting my Christmas shit up.
Honestly, Andy used to be a real stickler about no Christmas till December 1st. So we'd always wait.
No, I mean, I didn't mind after Thanksgiving, but you're right.
It was pretty much December 1st. I think you've gotten more lenient. So initially it was
I've allowed more
it
and
was
more.
December 1st, no Christmas before December 1st. And then he was like, okay, you can put it up after Thanksgiving. And then at some point he's like, I know it makes you happy to have Christmas stuff up. So do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I'll even listen to Christmas music early and he's like, I'm not going to judge you. I know it makes you happy.
Yeah. And can I please put that on repeat again? How awesome I am. That'd be great. Thanks.
See, when you call
Yes.
it out like
How
that,
thankful are you for me?
I am thankful that you allow me to decorate.
Sorry, Amanda. I had to get
No,
my
you're all
gloat
good.
in.
no, you're good. I was going to say, if you have to point it out, it makes it meaningless. So
That's why I did it.
no, I think it is. I think I'm sooner to start buying Christmas gifts than I am to start decorating for Christmas. I've been buying Christmas gifts for the last 2 months.
How would you, real quick,
Go ahead.
how would you both feel? Would you have the same feels if after the new year on January 2nd, I started putting up Valentine's Day stuff? Would that bother you?
People do in our neighborhood.
Is that weird?
I would look at you and say, "You do you, boo."
Legit, there's
So-
people that put up their Halloween inflatables, take those down, put up a turkey, take that down, put up Santa,
Yep.
take that down, put up a Cupid.
Yep.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm doing research right now because the thing I want to do are the installed LED lights that go around your
Ash
house.
talked about that.
And
Yep.
I'm
I
trying
need
to
it in my
fi-
life.
it's there's so many companies that make them, so I'm trying to figure out what are going to be the best investment.
Yeah.
And so I remember I was talking to Chris about it, and I was like, listen, I really want to do this. I'll pay for it, but it's going to be permanently installed on the house. I
Yeah.
want to do this. And he was like, is this just for Christmas and Halloween? Is that it?
No.
And I literally was like, every holiday. You could do
Yeah.
every holiday. I said
You
I said,
red and pink for Valentine's Day. You
Yes.
do green for St. Patrick's Day.
Well,
You
and
do
then
red,
I-
white, and blue for 4th of July.
I said even you could do somebody's favorite color for their birthday. You
Yeah.
could do football games. You could do the Super Bowl.
What are you doing
could
for Columbus Day?
That's not a
Blood.
day anymore.
Blood. Fucking Amanda.
Indigenous Peoples Day.
Blood.
Blood. And I think that like
Jesus.
I'm the kind of person where like if I had that, I would be way more inclined to decorate
Dude,
because that was like,
Our next door neighbors have those.
Yeah.
oh, I love them.
And they got them last Christmas,
Yep.
and they did the Christmas lights, and then they didn't use them again until like 4th of July. They did red and blue, and,
And then they
then
did
Oh, what a
Halloween.
waste.
did they do Halloween
Yeah,
for
they
like a
did.
day?
Yeah, it was like purple and something else. Purple
like,
and
and
orange.
I'm like, they are
Yeah.
severely underutilizing these
Yeah,
lights.
yeah.
Oh my
And
God, I
they have
think-
like a
I think-
lifetime warranty or something.
They have like a
too.
25-year warranty or
Yeah.
something like
Yes.
I guess
that.
that's not a lifetime, but
I
yes.
would
Yeah.
I feel like I would have them like if I decide, I don't know if I would have them on like every night, but like if I did have them on, I would almost use that as like my porch lights where I would have like maybe them
Yeah,
dimmed or
exactly.
something
Yeah.
on like a soft white light.
Sure.
Like your whole house is lit up. Why not? You got fucking lights all year. I'd do whatever I wanted.
Oh, tell Amanda your backdoor deal to get into Christmas early.
Yeah. So last year is actually
Do I
Andy's
want to?
idea.
Do I want to know this?
Yeah.
It was actually Andy's idea, but I wanted to put up the Christmas tree early last year because I needed it in my life.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, I'm like, well, I'm not going to put any like light or I'm not going to put any ornaments on it or anything Christmassy. I just want to put the tree up with the lights on just so I have like that feeling.
Yeah.
And he was like, well, why don't you make it like an autumn tree?
Yeah.
So we went to the store and got like leaves, like leaf
And
ornaments and like
pumpkins.
pumpkins and like little picks and stuff.
Yeah.
And like, so we decorate an autumn tree. And then after Thanksgiving, I'll take all those off and then I'll make it a Christmas tree.
And then the tree's already up.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, and it actually feels good.
it does.
Feels warm
I love
and
it.
cozy.
It does. And it doesn't feel Christmassy. It just feels.
Well, you could even put like
Yeah.
you could even put those like cinnamon pine cones in it.
Oh, yeah.
We
should
forgot
get-
about
we
that.
should
An
get some.
autumn scent. No, I love that. So the one thing we talked about was last year after so 2 Christmases ago, I didn't know this, but Chris was in charge of putting the tree away, so I took everything off of it and then he was supposed to take it down. He just put the whole fucking thing in the garage. And
Good job, buddy.
but it made it
Maximum
incredibly convenient
To just
to
put it
put the
back
tree
up.
up this last year because last Christmas season when we put the tree up, he literally just came in with the whole tree. And honestly, it was so simple.
Yeah.
Because that's the worst part.
Yeah.
I miss our big tree, our 12-foot.
Yeah,
I
dude.
miss it
Yeah,
every
that
day.
was cool.
I miss your guys' huge tree.
It was
Um,
cool.
Well, and our tree, the tree we have is like Chris's old tree from his apartment, so it's not that big. So
Yeah.
it's like it's not a big deal to like just keep it up. And so then after Christmas this last year, he just put the whole tree in the garage again. So like I literally told him, I'm like, dude, even if we don't put the ornaments on the tree, let's just bring it in and plug it in. Like it's
Yeah.
just nice.
It's like a new lamp.
It just
in the
feels
house.
nice.
Yeah.
I like it. Is it just me, or was there like ever since this whole Columbus Day thing fell apart, Thanksgiving used to be like the turkeys and the pilgrims too, right? Correct?
Yeah.
Because they
Well-
shared the Thanksgiving Day meal or
Right.
whatever.
I think that there's more honesty about what the pilgrims did.
Actually did, because
And-
here's the deal is I'm gonna say, okay, this I don't lean either way. I'm not pro pilgrim here, but I'm just saying when I was a kid, there was a play and you brought home the turkey that you did with paint on your hands as like a handprint, and you wore like pilgrim or made pilgrim hats like out of your construction paper. And there was so many different like Thanksgiving things in November that like you were surrounded by. It just, as an adult, it doesn't feel that way anymore.
It's just turkeys now.
It's literally
Yeah.
just turkey and
or a turkey with a
eating.
pilgrim hat.
I was
Yes.
about to say,
Yeah.
it's a turkey with a pilgrim hat. But I think it's also one of those things where I think that over time, I don't know if it's, been the silence of pilgrims, but I just really think that over time, nobody gives a shit about that.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? Like, and for me, for me, it's like Thanksgiving was never about that part of it. It was just always like, for my family, it was always just like a day to spend time with your family.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how we always have been. But also for us, which might be different than you, Amanda, it's synonymous with football for us. Like, it's Thanksgiving Day. You sit and you watch football, and you eat and you watch football, and you eat again and you watch football, and then you eat dessert.
And apparently on the East Coast, where it's not raining on Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
you can actually go outside and play football.
Yeah, like toss the football around because it's actually 70 degrees outside.
Joke's on you. My stupid family used to go anyway, and we'd get rained on.
I think the joke's on you.
Yeah, you're like playing mud.
It absolutely is.
Mud league.
I'm the Dumbo. I mean, definitely growing up, it was Thanksgiving was the day I had to go to my aunt's house and watch fucking football all day.
Yeah.
And then it would be football, football, football. And then as soon as dinner was over, that game was over, whatever. And then now it's officially Christmas, and a Christmas movie got turned on.
Oh,
my goodness.
Dang. I don't know if I'd be okay
At
with
least
that.
take the day.
Yeah.
Dude. Well, no, because at Christmas or at Thanksgiving, we had to plan Christmas. So, like, whose name would be drawn by who and all that stuff. So now it's Christmas. And I didn't care. I just don't care. Like,
I am not okay with that at all. I'd be very upset if Ash was like, okay, put the turkey away. What Christmas movie are we watching?
Absolutely
I'd be like,
not.
shut your mouth immediately.
I mean, I think for me, yeah, I just, I don't care. I've never, don't get me wrong. I love the Thanksgiving dinner. I think it's great. But, like, I can have that any day of the year. Like, I can
don't.
overeat.
Why don't we?
I make Thanksgiving twice a year.
Good on you.
Wait, when you do the other one? Like April
In
or
the
something?
summer. In the summer.
You do Thanksgiving
And
summer?
that's why you're thankful for yourself.
I mean, she knows how to cook a turkey.
I don't remember.
Twice a year.
I don't remember getting an
That's right.
invite for Thanksgiving too.
No, okay, truthfully, usually what it would be was like on your birthday, my mom always
Cornish
asks
came
you
in.
what you want for dinner. And usually, like, I know my mom always liked to make, like, we wouldn't make like a whole turkey, but like I'd buy like a turkey breast from the store and I'd cook it with all the same seasonings and stuff. And we'd make mashed potatoes and usually like a box of stuffing, like very easy Thanksgiving, but still all the same flavors. And for a few years in a row, my mom would usually make Thanksgiving, and then so her and I would just do it together. But so then it started to just be for my birthday, we make like Thanksgiving, like Whopper Junior Thanksgiving, and that's just what we do. So yeah, and honestly, that's one thing I hate about going to other people's house for Thanksgiving, especially people that I don't know that well. I don't get leftovers.
Oh, that's true. That's true. It's not the
We are
same.
going to Chris's cousin's house for Thanksgiving. I'm not going to get to take home any leftovers.
So sad.
It's what you
'Cause
bring your
he-
own Tupperware.
Well, because he also, I think, isn't going to ask for any.
Line your
Because-
pockets with 5-gallon bags.
And so I'm like, and so honestly, I have a turkey in my 5-gallon bags. That just sounds gross. To sit down with like a
Lining
bag
your
full of gravy.
pockets.
You look like, yeah, everyone's like, why does she look like Ronald McDonald walking out of here?
He's got like
What's going on?
saddlebags,
MC Hammer.
Yep.
mashed potato saddlebags.
Yeah. So
Smells
is
like
it just
Thanksgiving
gonna?
in here.
So do either of you have family coming for Thanksgiving?
Yes.
What you said that so weird as if it
I
was
mean,
a secret or
this
something.
year, yes. Yeah, no, my parents are coming this year.
Cool.
Yeah. So they actually are going to be driving here, and then we're going to spend 4 days or 5 days or something like that with them. But they're here for Thanksgiving. Like they get here, that evening, Wednesday evening, then it's Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So it'll be kind of
That's
hectic
okay,
on that
though.
side. So,
Yeah.
and then I have
That'll
to
be good.
work a little bit more than I normally would have. So that will be different, but it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Is there any last thing that you guys want to say about Thanksgiving or women being selfish before we leave?
Here's I have a. Oh, go
ahead.
Ashley,
No,
because
you
I
go.
have. No, I have a silly question. So if you're
Go.
gonna say something
Go.
profound,
I have nothing important. Please.
okay,
speak.
fine. Okay, fine. Here's what I want. Okay, imagine in your mind
Imagine
and listeners, I want you to do this too. But don't close your eyes if you're driving. Imagine in your mind, like the traditional Thanksgiving spread, desserts and everything, and you can only pick one item to take a bite of.
Easy.
What are you eating?
sweet potato casserole.
Interesting.
Love
Okay.
it. I am the only one who eats it. I make it for me.
Yeah, but then when I ask her if we can make something for me, she's like, "Ew, get the hell out."
He wants
No, so
scalloped
it's-
potatoes. I'm
it's-
like, I am not substituting mashed potatoes for scalloped
Oh,
potatoes.
I love
No.
scalloped
Here's the deal, Andy.
potatoes.
I will make
you
you
want-
scalloped potatoes on another day.
If you want scalloped potatoes, you can make them yourself.
No, she'd be upset. She'd be like, "Why are you making another potato when I already made a potato?"
I would. I would be upset. I'd be like, I made the list. I went shopping twice. I made all the food.
Yeah,
and
she'd
now
be like,
you're making
"You
scalloped potatoes.
son
Who
of a
are you?
bitch."
Your mother?
Oh yeah. So yours is scalloped potatoes, then, Andy?
No, pumpkin pie.
Okay, valid.
I would literally, it's all pumpkin pie. When I was like Georgie Porgy, like in like 6 years old, dude, I would just sit and eat pumpkin pie at our like 200 people Thanksgiving gathering in Oregon. And they would just
That's
be like,
an exaggeration, by the way.
no, definitely 200 people. And they would be like, "Wow, he's really taking the pie down." And back then I didn't understand they're making fun of me, but I really loved it because I ate a lot of pie.
You know what?
A lot of
Live
pie.
your life.
I tried. I was 6. They wouldn't let me.
I mean,
What about you, Amanda? Celery
Um,
or
because I can't answer anything normally. I'm gonna say, like, for the majority of my life, mashed potatoes with gravy. Like,
yeah, it's pretty good.
Classic.
but in the last few years, my dad has been making a sweet potato casserole, and I've never been something about sweet potato pie. But this one my dad does. He puts like salted pecans or something on it. So like the salt with the sweet potato with the marshmallows and stuff, it works for me. So like lately, I'm like, is Dad making that casserole again? Like, it's delicious.
Give it to
But
me.
9 times out of 10, mashed potatoes.
All right.
I like it.
So what are
Sweet.
you guys thankful for this year?
I'm thankful. Well, I already answered that at the beginning.
Well, now you've had more time to think about it.
I'm thankful. I will be honest. I'm thankful for my new job because I was very unhappy at my old job. So
Fair enough.
I think this was like a gift from heaven. Here is fate, sir. Enjoy a new job. So I will say I'm thankful for that right now because it also helps my family have Christmas gifts and
Fair.
a life. Yes.
Fair enough.
You, Amanda?
I mean, I'm thankful for me. I'm thankful for God, I feel so guilty saying that even first. I'm thankful for Lincoln and Chris, and I'm thankful for our friendship because I love you
Aw.
guys. And I'm thankful. No, I'll stick with that.
That's good. What do you
What
got
about
over
you,
there?
Ash?
I'm thankful that our listeners are not offended by Amanda's potty mouth. And
Fair enough. Fair,
I'm
fair.
thankful for
Valid.
Wow, that's a weird one. Good reach.
I'm thankful that I don't know. I should have been thinking about this while
Yeah.
you guys were talking. Instead, I was listening
Giving
intently.
me shit and you got nothing. Nothing? You're not thankful for anything?
The problem is I'm thankful for so much that for me to like narrow it down to
Yeah.
be like, here's the one thing I want to say the most.
Normally I'd say I'm thankful for our kids, but we could probably leave them at the fire station right now. So
I'm thankful for my mental health. We'll just we'll put it that.
Valid.
Put it at that. Why are you making that face?
If you're thankful for that, we got to go get some therapy sessions in.
Okay, I'm just saying that is the same shit that those parents said to you when you used to eat that pumpkin pie. Oh, he's really taking it down. Okay?
Don't you love it when you're like trying to open up and someone's just a douche about it? You're like, oh, thanks a lot. Makes me cry.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Thanks.
that. I'll have a good night crying
Thanks.
into my
I'll
pillow.
go back to my previous joke about Amanda's cursing.
Yeah. Bitch.
That was more well received.
Oh
Yeah.
my God. Hey, Amanda.
Yeah.
Where can people tell us their thankfulness? Because
Listen
we're
up,
not
bitch.
going to care. We won't care what you're thankful for.
Listen up, bitch. And you can come to our Instagram. I almost said podcast.
Listen,
you can come to
bitch.
our Instagram. Listen up, bitch. Our Instagram at Real Awkward Podcast. You can tell Andy what you're thankful for, and then he'll find a way to shit on it.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
We also have a TikTok.
TikTok.
Well, come to our TikTok at Real Awkward Podcast. And I don't know what happens over there.
Also, come join our Patreon for only $3 a month. We could be thankful for you as a listener.
I mean, we could be.
Bingo, bango, Billy Django.
All right, take us out, Amanda.
Yeah, take us out, please, as fast as you can. To the pastor.
Thanks, everybody, for listening to the Real Awkward Podcast. We will catch you on the next one.
Bye,
Now,
bye.
Andy, there you go. Bye.
Hello, Real Awkward listeners. The Real Awkward podcast turns 3 this year. That's right, 3 years of fun, entertaining content for you guys, and we cannot do it without listeners like you. If you guys want to support the show, head over to patreon.com/Real Awkward Podcast. For $3 a month, that gets you access to exclusive shows, merchandise, and name shoutouts on the show. We also will take your suggestions for show topics. Thank you so much for 3 years, and we look forward to many more.